Whew. My hair looks like shit. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. 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 It's really terrible. That's okay. It's sticking out all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. Having a bad hair day. Yeah, it's really, and it rained today, so it's extra humid. It's really unjust. That's why I have my hair up because it looks ridiculous. How you doing, Randy? Hi, Victor. How are you? I am losing my mind today. I made a post. So I don't even want to talk about it. I am not good at flirting. Let's just say that. I'm just not. I'm really not. I am a super awkward person when it comes to that type of thing. Not good at it at all. Um, so I was trying to get advice from everybody, you know, and I made a post about it, and everybody's like, "Well, just ask him if he's single." Like, no, I like when I take the direct approach with people, it never works out, literally ever. So I was just like, I'm going to take the indirect approach first and find out if they're even single, because I'm the kind of person I will ask somebody if they're single, and then if they say they're not, I will avoid them for the rest of my life because that's awkward. But I mean, obviously, it's a compliment to them, but still, man, it's just bad. It's just bad. Yeah, it's just bad. I just normally wait for people to approach me because I'm terrible at it. you know, this is literally, I'm not good at it, and yeah, I'm normally just not good at it. So yeah, I just sitting there with spicy armpits waiting for a response. I'm not good at that either. I don't like that feeling of, of anxiousness. I don't like that. Just, just telling you think he'd be nice to have as a good friend and you like to get to know him. Ah, yeah. Well, you know, first I don't I like I it's it's like a not even acquaintance. It's a friend of a friend that I've met in passing a few times, and like I don't even know if he's single. So it's like, how do you ask somebody if they're single without asking if they're single? Because you don't want to make it awkward. What if they're married and you're like, are you single? And then they feel weird every time they see you after that because you're like, you know, they know that you're interested. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make anyone feel weird. I don't want it to be weird. So it's like, how do you ask somebody on the download? But I figured out a way to do it. And he is single, but I still like am kind of on the edge of my seat about the whole thing. Anyway, I haven't expressed interest in him. I just got that piece of information, but it's like, I don't know. Apparently he's divorced. I don't know. I did ask my friend if he's single, but I asked in a way that didn't make it appear like I was asking, which was very good of me. I figured out a way to find out without, anyway. It's just awkward. I don't like being on that side of the hallway where you're at, like making I don't like making the moves. I don't think women should have to do that. We're not made for this. We're just not made for this kind of thing. But no, I did ask my landlord, and he told me that he was single. But anyway, he's actually divorced. But anyway, he doesn't have a Facebook. I looked, and then I didn't find him on Facebook. Some people actually don't use social media, believe it or not. Up until very recently, my son had a Facebook that he literally hadn't posted on in years. He just didn't, he's never been a social media kind of guy. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself because I got all kinds of crystals in my bra. But how was your day? How was your day? I feel super weird about the whole situation, and I want to go back and delete it. Like delete the whole. Feel like I'm not good at this dating thing. Like I'm a little not good. Of course, I have crystals in my bra. What is this? 2010? Who doesn't wear crystals in their bra? Men. Well, some men wear bras. But what I mean is, of course, I have crystals in my bra. That's where my heart chakra is. That's where energy goes into my body. Where else would I keep them? Of course, I've got so many in there. I've got lepidolite, one on each side. I've got my crystals for communicating with dead people. I have my amplifier quartz. I got a little packet of tiny crystals that are in a Ziploc bag so I don't lose them. I've got a whole bunch of crystals in my bra. What do you mean? Annette, get with the program. Goodness. Okay. So obviously we're a little unfiltered today. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna do messages from your loved ones today. Elspeth, we were just talking about my awkwardness in approaching people, men generally, which is why I'm single. I'm not good at it. I'm not used to, like, I've never had to get kept until you were 20. I mean, Victor, you and I both, friend, we're both super awkward. I mean, I'm just saying, I just don't know. I don't know how to talk to people. I'm entirely too intense and random. I mean, I've got ADHD too. You and I both, friend. And so, but mine just, I have time blindness, like this is why I'm late, because I was on my phone looking at Facebook reels, and I looked at the time and it's like, oh, I've got 10 minutes. And then I looked at the time and it was 7:15, and I was like, oh, whoops. 25 minutes went by, and it was really fast. So, happy summer solstice to everybody. I hope you were enjoying the longest day of the year. I know it's felt like a very, no, I can't say. Just for the last few minutes, I sent that text message and haven't gotten a response. Just in the last few minutes have really drawn on, and it's one of those things where I'm not making a story in my head. I'm not telling myself anything. I'm not saying, well, this is why, or this is why, or this is why that's happening. I'm not doing that. It's just, it is what it is. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. Tonight, we're going to just get back on track, Misty. Okay, we're going to put some of this in my lap because I am all over the place. So this is for, this is really good if you have bipolar disorder, which I do not, but it is a naturally calming lithium stone. So I'm just going to hold on to that because obviously my energy is quite erratic today. Messages from your loved ones. Still sick, but being strong. You get it, girl. You're going to be okay, sweetie pie. I honestly feel like it's not something serious. I just don't think it is. I think, the big C, what we're talking about, right? We're talking about that, right? So I don't think it's that. Does anyone else have coffee? I just want to say that this is my fourth coffee today. That's how bored I was. I had a coffee at about 2 or 3 o'clock because I was bored. And coffee to me is always a good thing. And now I have another one. And then I had my 2 coffees this morning. Do you drink coffee? How many coffees? Whiskey and Coke. Oh, that's a popular combination. Annette, I'm not a big fan. I don't know. I don't know, Victor, about that. I don't know. I just know that it popped into my head today. I wonder if he's single. That's what popped into my head today. I haven't even seen that guy in a while, over a month, probably just a guy. But just popped into my head today, and I was like, so of course I got obsessive about that thought because that's obsessive compulsive disorder is a real thing. Hi. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's just a simple thing. It's not a big. Hi, Lisa. It's not a big deal. Nobody makes my heart flutter, Victor. Nobody makes my heart flutter right now. I'm just anxious. Good evening, darling. Donna, how are you, my love? I used to drink whiskey and Mountain Dew. Ugh. I'm not a whiskey. I'm not a whiskey drinker. I have never. Ever since being a teenager and throwing up SoCo. Anytime I smell whiskey, it's just gross, which was really hard because Travis loved whiskey. Yeah, yeah, that was hard. It's like, oh, you drinking that? Don't come near me. Don't kiss me. Don't that stuff. Smelling it gives me horrible memories. Erratic. You'll take me happy, erotic, or sad. Well, anyways, Nancy says she's having a CT Saturday, praying all goes well. I will pray for you also, Nancy. Absolutely, Nancy. Sending a prayer out for Nancy. Nancy, are they doing a CT scan of your head? I'm just being nosy. Hyperfocus. I know. I have ADHD. I know. I also have adult dyslexia, which, come to find out, is something that happens to people. You can get dyslexia. You can go your whole life not having dyslexia, and then you can get dyslexia, which happened to me. I started getting dyslexia. I used to put my letters in the wrong order, and I have to proofread several times when I write my description box for my video because my brain puts them in the wrong order, and so I have to proofread. And this is why my texting is so atrocious, also, and why my posts often have misspellings and things like that because my brain is just going so freaking fast. But now I have number dyslexia too, which was really, really hard when we moved here. It's your pelvis for 2 hematomas. Interesting. When I moved here, it was really difficult because the last 4 digits of my phone number are 1532. I don't know, it's my Zelle number. It's 1532, and my address is 1523. For the longest time, I was writing my address wrong because I had memorized my phone number, and I was doing it. Yeah. Praying for you, Nancy. Mine went real well, so I know yours will too. Well, that was really sweet of you, Annette. Okay, 2 hematomas in your pelvis. Interesting. I hope everything turns out well for you, Nancy. very scary. I'm sure you're really scared. Try to think positively, okay? Because once upon a time, they had found during an ultrasound, they had found a lump in the lining of my uterus, a mass, good size one, and they were really concerned about it, and they had me go for an MRI, and I told myself, I'm like, this is not that big of a deal. I'm fine. Everything's okay. I'm healthy. And then when the test results came back, they're like, we have no idea what happened. We don't see anything. There's nothing there. So, mind over matter, Nancy. We talked about this 2 or 3 nights ago about deciding what you want in your universe, deciding what you want in your life. You had the last 4 numbers of my phone number reversed after I moved. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because they're all the same numbers. 1523, 1532. Like, how did I do that? How did I move here and not even like, obviously I'm supposed to be here. But how crazy is that? That's weird. Hi, Robert. It's good to see you. I'm a cancer survivor, so I know you do. Absolutely. Absolutely, Nancy. Okay. But yeah, I had a big blood clot or something, and yeah, I think everything's gonna be. Yeah, don't worry, okay, Nancy. Don't put stress towards the situation. Okay, so tonight we're going to do, if I can get my head straight, we're gonna do messages from your loved ones. Okay, we're gonna do messages from your loved ones, and so we're going to do messages from your loved ones. They're $25. Okay. I told everybody last night we were going to do messages from your loved ones tonight, that the readings are $25. There's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video if you would like to participate. Okay. All right. Lou? Okay. I got you, sweetheart. Lou, you were talking about being in New Zealand, right? Is that, goodness, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. But you've been on the last 3 nights, and I'm so grateful to see you. Feels like I hadn't seen you in a while. Okay. Get your life together. Get your life together. Yeah, you are. Hi, Candy. Hey, everybody. If you're a sweetheart, please share out. Okay, because you sharing might bring somebody who really needs to connect to their loved ones at this time. It might bring them to me, and I might be able to give them the messages that they need to hear to help them through whatever period they're going through in their life. Did anybody find a feather today? Because I'm just, I'm hearing this about a feather. Did anybody find a feather today? Oh, because there's a time difference. Yeah. I don't want to break the vibe, because everybody's talking about cancer and whatnot. And it's reminding me of a dream that I had about my mom. I had a dream that my mom had terminal cancer, and she didn't tell me about it. And I had a sister in the dream, which I don't have any sisters. But anyways, I waited. I didn't say anything to her because my mother's already had lung cancer 2 times. I didn't want to freak her out, and tell her for no reason. But then the very next day, I had a dream about my son putting pills in my food and in my drink. And he's like, "Don't worry, Mom. It's just chamomile." And that morning I couldn't wake up that morning. It was like something was just knocked me out. And I spoke to my son about it. I told him about the dream, and he's like, "Man, I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately." And we got to talking about it, and it's because he ran out of his multivitamins. And ever since he ran out of his multivitamins, he's been having trouble sleep in. So I thought that was super interesting. And then the very next day after that, I had a dream that a teenager knocked out my windshield with a baseball. They were fucking around and knocked out my windshield with a baseball. And I'm like, these have just been super random, weird dreams. And anyways, I got in my car and I started driving to Rapid City to go do DoorDash. And as soon as I got on the highway, a pebble cracked my windshield. And I was like, okay, that's fucking weird. So, long story long, I did finally call my mom because it was kind of weighing on me, and I wasn't sure how long it had been since she'd had like a PET scan, because a PET scan scans your whole body for cancer. And so anyways, I called my mom and I started talking to her. Hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And I was like, Mom, I had this dream about you. And she's like, I think I need to get a PET scan. Like, I didn't even get to tell her about the dream. She's like, I just have this feeling like I'm not okay. I don't feel like it's lung cancer, but I feel like it's something. And I was like, she's like, yeah, I had a dream that I had cancer. And I was like, she's like, I think I need to get a PET scan. And I just think it's so fucking weird, right? Like, both me and my mom both had a dream that she had cancer, again. So it's not a joking matter. You don't wait around. You don't procrastinate when something like that, you know, is is prevalent, right? I'm not going to have cancer. I don't need to have cancer. My mother's had enough cancer for everyone in my family. My aunts have had cancer. It's been in the older generations. Um, and so my generation doesn't need to have cancer because we've already got that in our karmic cycle in this incarnation. So I'm not going to have cancer, and I know that. And I know that my heart is good. I'm not going to have heart disease because there's been an awful lot of heart disease in my family line. It doesn't have to continue over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't have to, you know. Angie found a feather. Okay, well, let her know, okay, because I have a feather here that I never ever noticed that I've had for the longest time, and it's really pretty. It's got a little blue streak on it. But I looked down at that feather and I heard to ask if anyone found a feather today. So just let her know that her loved ones sent that feather for her. And so we could give this little shout out here tonight. Okay. Candy says she sent, oh, okay, Candy. No problem. Okay. So I just wanted to share, sometimes I never really pay much attention to dreams because I know that it's just visiting a different version of reality that is not this version of reality. But if it also coincides with something that somebody else had, then it's like noteworthy. You know what I mean? Like if you and your best friend have the same kind of similar dream, then that's probably noteworthy, right? Okay, Candy Stevens. Okay, so we're gonna just take a second because we're all in this energy. We're all in this energy. I've had 3 dreams that came true over here. Well, and that the weird thing is this happened one night right after the next night, right after the next night, and it's like so freaking random. I'm still trying to figure out what the golf dream was about because I don't care for golf. I think it's really boring. So for somebody to be explaining to me what the different wedges are for and the different irons are for golf is like really weird to me, because I'm like, well, maybe it's not even true. So I Googled it and the information was accurate. So I'm like, well, that's weird. Why would I hear that? Why would I know that? Dad sends me feathers all the time. Well, there you go, Elspeth. But I was specifically talking about today. She's driving, but she said, thank you. You're welcome. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've enjoyed golf for quite some time. But we're gonna talk to Lou. Lou, I have to ask you because I'm getting serious pain in my head right here. Do you have somebody because they seem to be quite impatient. Do you have somebody that passed that would have an injury in their head right here, right at the temple? Okay, is this from like a gunshot wound? Okay, Annette, this is a paid reading. So, Lou, man, right here, she has paid 4 messages from her loved ones, and so has Candy. So these are paid readings. I'm guessing it's my girl's father, car accident, but he was injured in the head right here. Okay. Ta-da! That's what he's telling me. Ta-da! Magically appearing. Okay, and who do you have that has an S name? No problem. That's okay. And that we were talking about 13 million different things already. It's perfectly okay. I'm just saying that this is for Lou. Who do you have that has an S name who's passed, Lou? Something like Steven or Sean, an S name. Because I'm feeling like a couple of different places have had trauma with your baby daddy. Okay. So that would make sense for a car accident. And I'm speaking to somebody who had like he had multiple, but yes, was bandaged up around the head. I have so many loved ones back there. Okay. Did he have was he having like tremors, or is this somebody else coming in with him? And when I'm talking about tremors, I'm talking about limb tremors, hand tremors, anything like that. Possibly as a result of this accident or as a result of like a physical condition, like Parkinson's was he was thrown from the vehicle. Yes, so he would have multiple head injuries. I'm feeling like a lot of tremors, like Bell's like no Bell's palsy is more of I just feel like Parkinson's, something like that. Not that I can remember. Your grandfather. Did your grandfather have trouble speaking sometimes? I'm feeling like there might be some kind of like a stroke or something happening with this person, you know, that they might have had like some trouble speaking, like with some slurred speech or tremors in their hand, weakness. It all kind of feels strokey. And I do feel like, okay, so this is somebody who's passed who's had a stroke. Yes, absolutely. Okay. On my daughter's side, her grandfather and grandmother had Alzheimer's. Okay. So then these would be your baby daddy's parents, correct? So this is all coming in with him. And does he have a sister, or is do you have a sister? I'm finding out about a sister right now. Yes, it's his parents. Okay, so these are all together. Whose sister are they talking about? I really can't see that good today. Hmm. He has a sister who's living. Okay. Yes. Okay, and whose favorite color is purple? Is this one of your daughters? You're talking about the color purple. Like, I just want everything to be purple. And the girls have a sister in Australia, his other child from another relationship. Okay. Okay. So they also, his daughters have a sister. Okay. So but he's talking about the color purple, and I'm talking about like this color purple, like a deep. Well, you can't really tell what color purple that is, but like a deep dark purple color. Yours and your aunties who had passed. Okay, so this is you. And did you have some type of a graduation or something? Because they had me write down graduation. So I don't know if this is something that you've already done after they passed, and that they want you to know that they were there for it, or if it's something coming up, you're graduating or completing something, like some kind of course or certification, or even like a period of sobriety. Whatever this is like a graduation, and they're making me feel like they want you to know that they either have been present for it or they will be present for it. You passed your NCEA school certificate. NC nursing college. Is that what that means? NCEA. I don't know what that means. But they want you to know that they were there for that. Okay. Your family, your auntie, your uncle. Do you have an uncle who's passed? Um, uncle. And they're giving you a gold star for that. They're talking about like a coffee shop or like some kind of a hangout that you go to. Um, I don't know if you guys have Starbucks over there. No, high school. I did it via homeschool as I left school early in my teens. It's your high school. Okay, so you grad. Oh, wonderful. I love this. I love this for you. There's interesting correlations here that they had me mention nursing. Is this something that you would be interested in pursuing? You do. Okay. Do you understand about the coffee shop? Hanging out at the coffee shop? You worked in a hospital cleaning. Okay. Look, they having me like underline nursing like a whole bunch. Do you have somebody who has passed that was in the nursing field? That was some type of a caretaker? Because they're talking about you. You spent a lot of time in the hospital the last 2 months around nurses. I'm literally like they've got me underlined this word so many times. Okay. Like it's almost gone through the paper. Like it's so much darker than everything else. Okay. Like do you see how dark that is compared to everything else? This is your aunt talking here. I hate blood, so not me to be one. It might mean something to me later, as someone will tell me what it means. Okay. This message that I wrote down, it says, tell her to make something of herself to be proud of. Um, I feel like that's definitely coming from your aunt. She worked in the hospital laboratories. Okay. Definitely coming from your aunt. Um, make something of yourself to be proud of. Leave your mark. She has an interesting way of writing her M's. That's not how I would do it, but interesting. And she's giving me the number 8. So this is going to either represent August in relation to her or something in relation to you planned in August. Or it could also represent like the 8th of a month. Do you understand what this is for? Because I get told I am multi-talented and need to start doing something with these talents. Well, we hear that, don't we? We hear that. We hear you. She's telling me, pick one and pursue it. Okay, because your dad's birthday is in August. Okay, pick one and pursue it. Okay, because when you have so many different talents, it's hard to get to master something when you're spreading yourself among a bunch of different things. You know, pick one and pursue it. She's showing me fiddling with somebody's hair. Woo, sorry about that. Are you interested in hair, or do you do people's hair? I just feel like I'm a gossipy kind of hairstylist right now. And I'm not sure if this is like you she's showing me, or if this is somebody you know that does your hair. What this is all about. Always mine is usually bright red. Oh, I remember. I remember, Lou, of the bright red hair. I remember. But this looks like somebody with dark hair. Robert, these are paid readings tonight. I explained that last night on my live stream, that these are going to be paid readings tonight, and that they were $25, and if you wanted to prepay, that there were 4 ways to prepay, and so these are paid readings. Always consult the description box of the video if you're curious about what we're doing. It always explains in the description box. I have natural dark hair. So do all my. Oh, okay. Okay, well that would explain you getting your. Okay, it's you getting your hair done. Do you have? Ooh, stop it. Do you have somebody that helps you with your hair, or is that something you do yourself? You do it yourself. So I'll probably be doing the hair daily for school. Oh yeah, yeah. If you do it every day, absolutely. And this is just validation that they're around you and keeping an eye on you. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to tell her that. They said to tell you that you're so pretty without makeup on. I I'm guessing this is going to be your father or somebody along those lines, somebody that, when your family is always just like, you're beautiful without a stitch of makeup on. Your natural beauty is more than anything. As long as they're all good. But yeah, this is your, how they're like, you don't need to put all that on. You're gorgeous. Why is my phone going crazy? You're gorgeous. You don't need to. If they can't love you, if they can't love you for who you are, right? You don't need them. Yeah, that's what it. If they don't love you for who you are, you know, the old one too. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this stuff off of here real quick. My phone was going nuts because it's stupid. But that's your dad. It feels like, yeah, it definitely sounds like a dad. Feels like a very, you know, unconditionally loving energy. You tell her I said so. I did tell her. Okay. He says that you'll always be his little girl. He's showing me you as a little kid with your fresh little pretty face, and he still sees you like the same way now, even though you've grown. Even though you don't look the same with your red hair and your makeup and everything. He says you'll always be his beautiful little girl. You'll always be his little girl, and you're never gonna grow up in his eyes. He's always gonna see you as his perfect little angel. Is there anybody specific that you want to talk to, Lou? Oh gosh, why y'all doing this to me? Stop it. He's also talking about you having like a charmed life. Okay. Just whoever, probably just reassurance from my dad that he's okay. Oh, okay. Let's find out how he's feeling. Never better. Are you having a period of life right now where everything is going pretty good for you, Lou? Because he's talking about somebody having a charmed life. Like, it just reminded me of that movie Clueless. That's what he's reminding me of, where like, um, where like her parents are divorced and she lives with her daddy and Alicia Silverspoon. Y'all remember that movie Clueless? And she just has this charmed life, and that's what never that and the black sheep. Okay, so he's talking about this movie and he's talking about having a charmed life. Why? Okay. He said anything is possible if you believe it. So it's just your brother has a charmed life. Yeah, put all that stuff on hold. Who needs that? I feel great. Except for what the fuck? That's so ridiculous. Like I am not tired all day long and I come on here and I start connecting to the higher realms, and then the yawns start attacking me, and it's not cool. I think we're gonna do this earlier in the day tomorrow. We're probably gonna do a live in the afternoon. I'm thinking like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because I just hate that. I hate when that happens. Anything is possible if you believe it. That's what he had me wrote down. I wrote that down. Tank. What about a tank? What kind of tank? Okay, so he's showing me a fish tank, and I'm like, why are you showing me this? And he's like, we're all swimming in the same ocean. It doesn't matter what the fish look like. We're all swimming in the same ocean. It's like a metaphor, you know, I guess. So don't look at anybody as they're different than you, and you can achieve the same thing that other people have achieved. My dad is old school, never judges, just wants everyone to do their best. That's what I feel like too. Yeah. What does that mean? How are you doing? Everything has become very clear since I passed over, he said. And he's telling me that you are an angel. You are just an absolute angel. He's telling me that you're always putting everyone else ahead of yourself, okay? That you're just an absolute angel. And he knew you were a wonderful person, but he just wants you to know that he really sees you. He sees you, okay? He sees you, and he knows like where your heart is. And he wants you to know that he just thinks you're an absolute angel. Okay? He's also saying he's like you can breathe life into a dead plant, and I'm going to take that figuratively as well, unless you are really good, unless you do have a green thumb. But he's saying that you can, you bring life into things that haven't felt life for a long time. That she has a special kind of energy. He's telling me. He's saying that like it's electric. And he's just really happy to see you thriving. He said it's time for you to thrive. Okay, so I want you to try and change, like your what you allow to be true. And I went home for one night, 5 hour drive. Wait, what? Man, it's old school, never judge, just wants everyone to do the best. And I went home for one night, 5 hour drive in the past couple hours after I got. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. And I've told people this before, Lou. Sometimes our loved ones don't want us to have that as their passing as our last memory of them, you know, because it does tend to haunt people. It like burns itself into your memory. This is the very last moment that they were with me. And sometimes they just don't they just don't want that. They don't want that to be what you remember. I think he just didn't want us kids there when he passed. Yeah, exactly what I was just saying. Um, that it's just one of those things that they would rather you have different memories of them, you know, and it's perfect timing for them. Okay, he wasn't going to pass in a nice way. Yeah, it's perfect timing for them, right? And so, and so, and then this way, everybody gets what they. Well, he gets what he wanted. Right. But just know that he's okay. He's doing well. He's never better, he said. And he wants you to know that he's always watching over you and protecting you and loving you. Okay? He wants you to know that. All right? Thank you for contributing tonight, Lou. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. What's this? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we're going to do candy in just a moment. Let me just drink some of this coffee before it gets too cold. I really hate those Keurig coffee machines because they leave all this like coffee dirt, dust, mud, silt. I don't know what it is, but it's like your coffee is like separated and it's like at the bottom. Okay. Sent you money for Sonia Johnson's reading. Where did that go? Hold on. Oh, Cash App. Okay. Okie dokie. Got you on the list. It says, Victor, it says, you're freaking me out. Oh, man. I tell you, I love cat cups. I have a puppy one too because I don't know. I just have a bunch of different ones. Put a small circle of paper coffee filter in where the pad goes when the pot. Oh, even better. I know, right? It's just so annoying to me that I have to like stir my coffee up just so it's not weird. It's like when you make hot chocolate and after you've stirred it up and everything, if it sits for a minute and like all the chocolate kind of sinks to the bottom, that's how it does. And I don't like that. It doesn't do that when you have regular brewed coffee. You know what I mean? It just stays coffee. It doesn't separate. Hi, Randy. We're talking about coffee. Coffee. Okay. Candy. Let's see what we have for Candy. I really need a massage, guys. Oh, fuck my life. My neck hurts. Okay. What do we got for Candy? Let's go to the next page. Since we're doing a lot of automatic writing lately. Candy, who do you have that French press is even chunkier? No, thank you. Oh, thank you. I've seen the case for it. I don't think I've ever watched it. Is he talking about coffee too? Trade for a massage. I know. I never take care of myself. You should know that by now, Kat. I tell everyone I just don't take good care of myself. Gwen says, if you figure out how to manifest a masseuse, please feel free to enlighten me. Honestly, right? Gosh. My girlfriend's calming me down about my Is it? Okay. Candy, who do you have that is left-handed? Do you have somebody who's left-handed? Oh, Victor, what do you want to trade for what do you want to trade for a massage? You've got me on retainer already. I don't know what you mean. Yeah. And then he sent me an eggplant. Sorry, my friend. Oh, gosh. Your grand. Okay. Okay, let's see. Your grandmother. Okay. Because I got that message immediately about the left hand. When you come to do the pre-paper. No, that's awkward and weird. Well, we'll talk about it later. Let's see here. Back to business. She's showing me writing things. What are we writing down? Recipes. Do you have your grandmother's recipes? Oh my, she does not have very good handwriting. She's telling me they're like on index cards. They're like in a little box or something. Do you understand this about the recipes? Candy. So she's reminding me of, man, I wish I still had those. Somebody gave me a box of, yes, they are on pieces of paper. Okay. She's talking about, she's reminding me, somebody gave me I don't know where they are. I wish I knew whatever happened to them. I think they got lost when I moved one time. But they gave me this big metal box of recipes that belonged to this old German woman. and they're gone. But anyway, yeah. I hope somebody found that box of recipes and is using them because she's showing me this. She's showing me this box of recipes because they use my memories for stuff to kind of like relay messages. Do you use any of her recipes? Do you ever make any of her recipes? Because like I'm like, oh, I hope somebody is making my recipes. Yes, and your daughter. Wonderful. Um, and she's also talking about the cookies. The cookies. Did she used to like make cookies for you, for her kids, for her grandkids? Because she's kind of showing me like thumbprint cookies. You know, the ones where you put like jam or something in the middle of them. Hi, Donna Ann. Tonight we're doing messages from your loved ones who've crossed over their $25. So if you're interested in getting one, there's 4 different ways to pay in the description box. And who's the one? I'm making a family history book and putting them in there. Awesome. Molasses cookies. Okay. I don't know. She's just showing me these cookies. And who's the one who has diabetes? Because she's showing me the scene from Steel Magnolias where they're putting orange juice down the girl's throat. This is what she's showing me. She's showing me that scene. So who's got like insulin issues, diabetes? Grape nut cookies are my favorite. Oh, I never heard of that. She had diabetes. Okay. Because this is what she's showing me about the. What else do you want to show me? And she's talking about a pearl necklace right now. Do you understand that? Whose uh whose necklace is this? You understand the pearl necklace? Okay. And she's also talking about somebody named John. I heard that name clear as a bell. Who's John? Your stepfather. Okay. And does your stepfather wear like suspenders? Because she's showing me suspenders. They are, right, Gwen? Like, I hate having to look up recipes online because every time I find a good one, if I screenshot it, it just disappears into my phone somewhere. Even one time I made a folder in my phone for recipes and I put all my recipes in there that I had screenshot over the course of having my phone. And then I went to go look for it and it was gone. Her brother wore suspenders. Okay. Were they red ones? Because that's what I was seeing. Anyways, that doesn't matter. And candy. Do you? Sorry, my subway is not sitting with me. Do you have somebody that you're including in this family history that her nephew wore the red ones? Okay. Do you have somebody that you're including in this family history that wasn't necessarily blood related, that there's something that you're including of theirs into this family history that you're doing, because I'm hearing thank you for including me in the family history. And I don't believe it's her. And I'm getting a lot of validation that it's somebody else. Okay, so whoever else this person is that that doesn't feel like they were necessarily like blood relatives, it feels like you're including them like they were married into the family. Okay, people that have passed, right? And so they want so they're saying thank you for including them in the family history, because they're talking about having funny tidbits. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure she knows what that means. Little interesting, funny, interesting tidbits to include in there. Do you also have a Tammy in your family? Tammy? She might have passed from like breast cancer or something like this. Okay. Your cousin is Tammy. Okay. Um, Jennifer, these are paid readings tonight. Thank you for popping on. If you're interested, please exit out of the live chat and click on the description box. The video explains to you how this works. Tammy's your best friend, your cousin, and your best friend. Okay. Your best friend passed of the breast cancer. Okay. 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 Your best friend passed from cancer. Okay. Tammy is your cousin, and your best friend passed from the breast cancer. Breast cancer. Breast. So she's showing me a picture of the two of y'all with your heads together. Like, take a picture with our heads together like this. This is our favorite picture. Do you understand? Her name is Tammy, also. Okay. Your best friend's name is. Oh, so you have two different Tammys. Okay. So this is what she's showing me, this picture of the two of you with your heads together. Okay. This is my favorite picture, she's saying. Feels like it's wintertime. I feel like you guys are wearing sweaters. Um, it feels like it's around the holidays or something like this. I feel like one of you is wearing like an off-white or a cream colored sweater, and the other one is wearing like a red sweater or something like this. Sweaters, do you understand this? It's like, I feel like it's a festive, I don't know, it just has a festive energy. Does that make sense? And then is this Candy, is this you that has the problem with your disc in your back, your lower back, or is that somebody else that's coming in again? Because I'm feeling very specific. Oh, L5, L6. No, no, this is a. But do you understand about like the white and the red? Wait, those are Disneyland colors. Okay, I don't know. It just feels festive to me. Who's got the your friend Tammy? Okay, so she's talking about hijinks. Did you and her get in trouble together? It was your birthday. Okay. Do you understand? She's talking about hijinks. She's talking about you and her being mischievous, getting into trouble together, doing silly things. Hijinks. And I'm hearing God, I miss her. So I'm not sure if this is what you think when you're thinking about her, or if she's telling you how much she misses you. But that's what I'm hearing. in school you would get in trouble together. Okay. I never got in trouble with my friends. That's not true. We just didn't get caught. Huh. Probably both. Yeah. She misses you too. She really does. And she wants you to know that you're okay. You're okay to have other friends. She's saying it like that. You can have other friends. And I just want to roll my eyes like, you don't have to save her place. Okay. You can have other friends. Like, I guess. Um, because you still have a lot of good times left in you. Like, I guess it's okay. I suppose. I'm going to Disneyland next week for my birthday. Ah. And I made a shirt with that photo on it so she could go too. So she mentioned the photo. That's wonderful. I'm curious if it's. I'm curious if it's the picture that I saw in my mind. Um, that's what I'm curious about. If it's actually like how close it is to what she showed me. Oh man. Um, she's saying don't get caught. She said you could mess around, but don't get caught. What are we talking about here? She's just showing me. Oh, of course. Always, always. She's showing me you guys kind of like sneaking down a hallway and like laughing. It would be similar to the situation that I'm seeing where um like say it's a hotel or something and somebody has gotten some room service and there's like a room service card outside of somebody's room and there's like a bottle of champagne. Um and it's like you guys grab the bottle and run down the hallway. Like this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if she's probably not talking about that exactly, but it's like just don't get caught, you know. Um, and I don't know why she's showing me that. I don't know if there's a similar situation where you stole something together, um, in that kind of like adolescent way. But that's what she's saying. Don't get caught. I don't know. Interesting. I hope you have a great time. She would do that. She seems like she definitely enjoys hijinks. But anywho, yeah. So Space Mountain. She's specifically mentioning Space Mountain. Now, was this your favorite, her favorite? You both loved it? Like, what is? I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. I've never really been interested. Uh, my childhood best friend brings her family probably twice a year, but I really don't know anything about it. So she's talking about Space Mountain. I hope that makes sense to you. Hers and it's closing. Okay, well, probably should go one less time for her since you're bringing her with you. Excuse me. I put cucumbers on my sandwich at Subway and I just shouldn't have. Oh, okay. regardless of whether or not you choose to go, she wants you to know that she will be with you in spirit and she will be enjoying it just as much as you do. Okay? She wants you to know that. Okay, Candy, I hope these messages have helped you have some comfort in knowing that your best friend will be with you on your upcoming vacation, just like always, she said. And that you do have a lot of loved ones who linger around you, who hang around you, who are taking part and are very excited about being included in your family history. Um, so, anyways, thank you so much for participating tonight. I hope those messages help you. Alrighty. Next, we're going to do Sonia. Sonia, are you here? Still sleepy, cut it out. Whew. Hi, Sonia. You're welcome, Candy. You're welcome. Hi, Sonia. How are you today? I have a male and female coming forward for you. They seem to be connected, like they were a couple. Keep getting sharp pains in my elbow, too, and I don't know what that's about. You have a couple who has passed. This is going to be above you. So it's going to be either parents or grandparents. Um, but they are together. They've come in together. They will always be together, is what they want you to know. So this is probably like a set of grandparents, unless both of your parents have passed. I passed out last year and had my elbow really bad. Oh, man. Do you still have like twingy pains in your elbow? Because that's what I'm feeling. Do you have a set of grandparents who have passed? Or something like that? It's a couple. Because they came in together and they will always be together, is what they said. Both parents passed, and yes, all the time. Okay, so, all right, so that's okay. So they want you to know that they will always be together. Okay, that was very important because I know I feel like I was wondering if they were with each other. I was wondering if they found each other. Um, I don't I don't know if they passed at the same time. It doesn't feel like they did. Um, but I've wondered if they're with each other wherever they are. And yes, they are. They came in as one solid unit, and they're always going to be together. Okay. Cool. No, they didn't pass at the same time. Okay. And that's why I'm just like, it's kind of like one of those things. I don't know if it's something that you had been wondering, like if they are together or whatever, but that's your first message. Okay, your dad. What? Did your dad teach you how to hit a softball or a baseball? Because he's like directing me on how to hit a baseball right now. He's showing me, okay, you see this ball, and then you want to, and he's like showing me how to hit it with the bat. So I don't know if he's specifically talking about that sport or if he's talking about teaching you how to do things when you were little. I don't know if you were like a tomboy, if you liked to do sports like that when you were little. Yes, okay. Now he's showing me swimming, like diving off of a diving board, like showing you how to dive into water, swimming. He saved you from drowning. Okay. This is why he's showing you how to go in water. And now I'm seeing your mom, and I'm like, she's making you a PB&J. This feels like my favorite lunch. You look really young. And you're not eating the crust of the sandwich. You're eating out the whole middle, and you have like jelly all over your face. And you're eating out because it's just cut in a triangle, and you're eating out the entire center of the sandwich, and you're not eating the crust. That's what she's showing me. Oh, my head. Did your mother pass from something head related? Because she's making me feel a head pain. This is going to be an aneurysm, a stroke, dementia, some kinds of neurological disorder, head trauma, anything along those lines. Okay. Well, thank you, Victor. You're a sweetheart. You're an absolute sweetheart. I was thinking about you earlier. You told me to tell you. Your grandmother. Your grandmother used to make it for you? Okay. I'm just seeing you as a little kid with this like jelly face. It's like a jelly smile. I don't even think I used to eat the crust on my sandwich, so it's not even a memory of mine that she's showing me. She's literally showing me you with the jelly face. And now she's like pointing at my watch. I'm pointing at my watch, and I'm saying it's time to go. So did she babysit you a lot? Did she watch you while your parents were working, or what is this? Because I feel like I'm with her a lot. She died from a stroke. Okay, so this is who I'm speaking to? Hi Jim, how are you? That's what I'm feeling like though. I'm feeling like it's like a regular occurrence that you see her. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, your parents are going to be here in a minute to pick you up, kind of a situation. She was your best friend in the whole world. Aw, super sweet. I'm glad you get to connect to her. Does that make sense though? That like you spent a lot of time with her, either when your parents were working or if they went out of town. It just feels like you were with her a lot. Yes. Okay. That's because that's what she's making me feel like she was your second mom or something. All right. What? Why am I seeing that? What does that have to do with anything? Like a 10-speed bike? Is that what you're showing me? Okay, I'm trying to put these clues together pretty much. Um, I'm hearing something about the Tour de France. She's mentioning Lance Armstrong. I'm seeing somebody like on a 10-speed bike or something like this. So I'm not sure if she's alluding to something to do with you and a bicycle. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Let me know if it makes sense to you, okay? Because I don't understand the string. I don't know what it's relevant to, but that's what I'm seeing. Like a 10 speed, and she's mentioning Tour de France. Like some kind of a race, a bicycle race. I got my ankle stuck in my uncle's chain on his 10 speed. So freaking. You have had some interesting situations. I'm just saying. You almost drowned. You got your ankle stuck in a 10 speed. So this is why so you understand the message about the 10 speed. Okay. Oh gosh. She's also talking about FaceTime. Oh, you tore your ankle up. Ankle. I tore my ankle up really bad. I was very mischievous. Sounds like it. She's also talking about FaceTiming. Did she live long enough to be able to partake in like video chatting, or who is this? Who is this that's talking to me about FaceTiming? Do you FaceTime somebody regularly? Oh, I'm getting heartburn. I shouldn't have had that capicola on my sandwich. Good Lord. Well, thank you, Jim. No, ma'am. Okay, she's talking about you FaceTiming somebody or video chatting with somebody. Why? Why are we mentioning this? What is this? Who do you have that? Do you FaceTime yourself? Okay, because I'm seeing you FaceTiming with somebody while you're like walking around and doing things. Like you're walking around your house with your phone, or you're walking around a store and you're talking to someone. Your cousin Angie. Oh, is you're with her right now? Okay. She's talking about y'all being two bees, just buzzing and buzzing, she said. That y'all like are talking and like gossiping all the time. That's what she's telling me. That you have a very close relationship, that you guys talk to each other every day, that you're more like sisters than cousins, is what she's telling me. Nailed it. She's just two bees buzzing all the time. What about that? Give me more information. Okay. Okay, so she's saying, she's talking about trial and error, and I asked her to give me more information about that. And she said, tell me again, through trial and error, we find our way. Okay. What's good for us? Learning what's good for us. Okay. So she's kind of making me feel like, excuse me. She's kind of making me feel like sometimes we're a little too hard on ourselves because, without making mistakes, we wouldn't be able to figure out what's good for us. If we never made mistakes, then we would never know where we should be instead of where we are. And that we learn a lot through making mistakes, through trial and error. You find out where you're supposed to be. You find out what you're good at, what you're supposed to be doing in life, what you're not supposed to be doing in life. And so it kind of like trial and error kind of helps you find your way. Accurate? And she just asked me to beat myself up a lot. Okay, and she's had me break my tarot deck here, and I came up with I picked up my deck to the Three of Wands, and so the Three of Wands is talking about looking towards the future and making decisions based on what's best for you personally. Okay, and so this is what it's all about. Through trial and error, we realize what's good for us and what isn't good for us, and so it helps us make future decisions based on the experiences and the knowledge that we've gained in the past. So it's very beneficial in many ways, making mistakes, so to speak. Okay. I don't honestly believe in mistakes. I just believe in different learning paths. So she wants you to keep that in mind and not to beat yourself up too much about it because regardless of what happens, you're helping yourself. All right. Even if it doesn't turn out the way that you had planned, you're still helping yourself see what's not for you. You know what I mean? For example, my daughter, Emma, got it in her head that she wanted to learn how to crochet. So I made the financial investment. I went to the store and bought a book on crocheting, and I bought crochet needles, and I bought a bunch of yarn for us to crochet. And we sat down and watched the same tutorial together. And we started at the same time, and she struggled with it. She really struggled with it. And I struggled with it for like 5 minutes, and then it just kind of clicked in my brain and I got it, so through that experience, we learned that, crochet probably isn't for her, but I'm good at it. Right. So something else she'll be really good at, and I'm not. Like, she's really good at singing, and she's really good at drawing, and she's super creative, and I'm not. I'm just not. So, everybody has strengths and weaknesses, but without that trial and error, without trying things and experiencing things, you wouldn't know what you're good at, where you're supposed to be, where you're not supposed to be. Okay, so that's important for you to remember that everything is teaching you something about yourself. All right, so don't beat yourself up about that because you're learning a lot by experiencing those situations. All right? Be nice to you. Be nice to you. Anything else that you want to tell Sonia? What is that concerning? Sonia, are you single right now? Do you have like a love interest or something? Because good night, Gwen. Thank you so much for hanging out. Because your grandmother is telling me if you have a love interest, that it's best to keep it to yourself. Okay, because she's making me feel like there's people out there who would be competitive, uh, who would um, who would be envious of a relationship you would be in. Okay, widowed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Best to keep it to yourself if you have somebody that you're interested in, Sonia. Okay, and I just feel like maybe it's not really like the right time for that. It feels like that window of opportunity is not quite open yet. Would that be accurate? Yes, that is accurate. It just feels like this window of opportunity is just barely cracking open. Um, and it's just the timing. Okay. And I'm being reminded timing is everything. Okay. I hear that loud and clear. Yes. And I believe timing is everything. This window is cracking open for you, this window of opportunity for this love interest. But the timing is not quite right for this. I feel like I want to wait three 3 weeks to 3 months to check back with this timing for this situation. Okay, because there is like, just keep it to yourself because it feels like there's some envy, I guess, or jealousy or competition for this person's attention. Hmm. Alrighty, but 3 weeks to 3 months. Okay, so I know that's a long. That's like 3 to 12 weeks. It's after 3 weeks. Then kind of pay attention to the situation and see what's what, and then just kind of listen to your heart and your intuition, and they'll be sending you messages letting you know when it's a good time. Okay. Alrighty. Not really. Not really. What? 3 to 12 weeks. Oh, about it not be or about it being a long period of time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just 3 weeks is not very long away. um and that's what, like, mainly like summer, right? Just like summer, not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's not really a long time. You're right. I mean, 3 months could be, sometimes people are impatient, but I feel like you're going to have communication about this. I feel like you're going to receive messages from this, from your grandmother. And it's interesting because they mentioned the feather, right? Um, and I want you to pay attention and look for a feather after 3 weeks. Okay, if you've got birds just losing feathers left and right in front of your house, don't pay no mind. But being reminded of the feather again. Okay, so after 3 weeks, look for a feather, and you'll know that window is open. That window of opportunity is open. Okay, that's what I'm hearing for you. All right, so hey man, they give you signs. People are trying to help you. People are trying to help you not be lonely. All right, I've kept this feather for almost a year. It's just hanging around on my desk and I never notice it. And then all of a sudden tonight, it's right there in front of my face. Interesting. If you could see all the stuff I had on my desk, you would understand why that's interesting. I am a cluttered mess over here. And I clear my desk off occasionally, but it's just, yeah, ADHD. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Sonia, and I hope those messages help you. And for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say that I need to go take something for this capicola. I mean, I swear, my first time eating that sandwich at Subway because I've been trying to branch out. Okay. And I don't have, well, she definitely came through for you tonight, sweetheart. She definitely did. She's definitely on your side and just keeping an eye on you because she loves you so very much. But I have, yeah, I've just been trying to try new things when I can. And so I've tasted capicola before, obviously, like on a meat tray, but like I never had a Subway sandwich but I got the one that has the ham, salami, pepperoni, and capicola with like the provolone at Subway. I think it's called Supreme Meat or something. The lady suggested it because I'm like, what's good? I don't know if the provolone, it just didn't taste right on that sandwich. I would have done a different cheese. I don't know, the provolone, I just wasn't feeling it. But anyway, enough about me. Looks like a blue jay feather if you have them. I don't know, Elspeth. I remember looking it up, and I don't think it might have been a blue jay. Are the blue jays the one about communication? I don't know. I just know that I looked it up, this little blue strip. I don't remember what kind of bird it was, but I think it was one that talked about communication. I don't remember. But anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. And I hope to see you tomorrow night. I would love for us to do something different tomorrow night. How about we do some medical scans? How about we do that? Or how about we do spirit guide names and purposes? We could do that. We could do past life readings. That's always fun. Yeah, like let's do something different, We could do chakra readings. We could do, there's just options, there's options. But anyways, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, if you'd like to talk to your loved ones who've passed over, either over phone, if it's in the United States, or over video chat, it's $60 for 30 minutes for an individual reading, or $100 for an hour, which is a $20 discount. And if you would like, we can have the reading recorded so you could keep it forever and ever, and that's $10 additional. So you can go back and rewatch it, and maybe, some things will click for you that didn't click at the time of the reading. All right. Good night, Tina. I didn't know you were here. When did you squeeze in? You're welcome so much. And thank you, Angie, for donating so Sonia can get a reading. You guys are super great. I love you guys. And I hope to see you tomorrow night. This will be fun. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry, Tina. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you very much. I hope you've been wearing the bold colors like I suggested. Have you? If you've been wearing the bold colors, I was just reminded of that. You need to wear bold colors. All right. You have? Wonderful. I love that for you. Has it made a difference? Have you felt different when you wear those colors? I'm just curious. Just curious. Anyways, I'm saving up for a book and my Amazon cart, and it's $50, and it's all about different frequencies to heal everything. different frequencies to use to heal all kinds of different things, because I firmly believe that frequencies can heal anything. I truly, truly believe that. But I got to save up for this book because it's $50, and it's just not feasible right now. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. You're opening up more. Wonderful. You do feel different. Yay! It makes me happy. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I will see you all tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna try around 1 or 2 o'clock because this nighttime stuff, I'm not hanging with it. You always have tummy issues? I have not lately, Angie. Ever since I came back to spiritual work and stopped working in the 3D land, I have not been having much indigestion. My body was telling me that that was the wrong path for me. And so keep that in mind. If you always have stomach issues, maybe you need to make some changes in direction in your life. So anyways, I don't know what that is, Tina. It's not showing up on my end. But anyways, I love you guys so, so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Until I see you.